Welcome to my channel. Tip number 1, consume carbohydrates. Whenever you hear the word carbs, chances are, your outlook is less than favorable. After all, just look at all those high-protein, low-carb diets. What runs through your mind every time you see a plate of carbs? Breads, pastas, sugars, and starchy vegetables, right? All of things we've been told to stay as far away as possible from. But surprise! Our bodies actually need carbs. The problem isn't carbs, it's the type of carbs that we are consuming. The ones we should be avoiding are found in white flours, processed sugars, and white rice. The ones we should be consuming, however, are found in foods like oatmeal, whole grains, and brown rice. These types of carbs are called complex carbohydrates. Here are some easy ways to incorporate complex carbohydrates into your daily diet. Steel-cut oats. Steel-cut oats are better for you than regular oats because they're not as heavily processed. The high fiber content makes them perfect candidate to eat away at bad cholesterol. Pick some up at your grocery store and have them for breakfast with a banana or avocado. Quinoa. If you're either allergic to gluten or just want to eliminate it from your diet, then consider adding quinoa to your list of complex carbohydrates. Not only are they high in fiber, but they have a good amount of protein, and even comes with some omega-3 fatty acids. Talk about a superfood. Lentils. If you're a vegetarian and looking for more plant-based protein, or just looking to ease up on eating so much meat, then lentils are a must. Not only are they also full of fiber, but they're loaded with cancer-fighting polyphenols and folic acid, which helps combat heart disease. Plus, there are so many ways to enjoy this tasty legume. Just search the internet for some recipe ideas. So, the next time you hear someone put down carbs, remind yourself and them about the importance of complex carbohydrates. Tip number 2, portion control. Have you ever heard the saying, your eyes are bigger than your stomach? It's easy to overestimate how much food you really need to consume in order to feel full and satisfied, which is why it's important to go out of your way to monitor your portion sizes. Before you grab a plate, remember that quality is more important than quantity. Pay attention to what you're about to consume, not how much. Just because you're eating a salad, doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you. Dressings can contain simple sugars, chemicals, and heavy fat content. In reality, eating too much of anything is bound to make you feel bad, regardless of how good it tastes. Just think about the last time you ate a few too many slices of pizza. Here are some tips for you when you're creating your meals. Portion size of meat. A grilled or broiled chicken breast, lightly seasoned, is a great source of lean protein. But it should be about the size of your palm, roughly 6 to 8 ounces. You can also purchase a food scale to weigh your food before or after cooking for a more precise measurement. If it's too big, trim some off and save it for your next meal. Ease up on the pasta. Most people would probably agree that pasta is delicious, but a serving is actually about the size of your fist. That doesn't seem like much. Remember that pasta tends to fill you up very quickly. Have you ever felt bloated after eating too much spaghetti? Then you probably ate more than a fistful. Invest in smaller dinnerware. You know those small plates that come with dinnerware sets, the ones that are supposed to be used for snacks? Well, they can actually make great dinner plates. Depending upon how small yours are, try using one of those for your next meal and take note of your level of satisfaction compared to eating off the larger plate. Mentally, your brain sees a full plate, and though it isn't as much food as the other plate, you are getting your fill and then stopping. With the larger plate, you would have continued until you had eaten too much. Just remember that size matters when it comes to what you're eating. Even if something is good for you, such as grilled chicken or a lean burger, you can still have too much of it. Tip number 3, celebrate small victories. Not a single person out there goes from unhealthy to perfectly fit, with all positive habits, overnight. It's not possible. What is possible is creating small changes that lead to small victories. Those small victories will eventually graduate into larger ones. The decision to commit to a healthy lifestyle is a huge undertaking. First off, you should start your new journey off with a celebration. Get excited about taking the first big step toward a better and healthier you. Next, make sure you are realistic with yourself and know that there will be times that you will have to force yourself to get up, to eat healthy, and sometimes it can be a real struggle. It won't last forever. With time and commitment, your goals will slowly come closer into focus. The best way to keep yourself motivated is to celebrate every small victory along the way. No matter how small something is, you should always take time to congratulate yourself for working so hard. Here are a few of those milestones you should be celebrating. Working out 5 days in 1 week. If you're going from a sedentary lifestyle to an active one, then you're in for a major change, possible shock. It's not easy giving up those nights on the couch, scrolling through your phone while binge-watching your favorite shows. But when you make the sacrifice and give up some of that time to work out, and do it for a full 5 days, then you should celebrate your achievements. Losing just 1 pound. If you have a significant amount of weight to lose, it can seem like an uphill battle that can't be won. But guess what? It absolutely can be won. Remember that when you step on the scale and it only goes down by 1 number, because it's bound to happen eventually. The truth is, even 1 pound is an accomplishment. To compare it to something you can visualize, 1 pound of fat is the same volume as a pound of butter. Not too shabby. Better quality of life. It's common for those of us who are overweight to easily become out of breath doing everyday simple activities. Walking, climbing the stairs, even talking too quickly can turn into a case of heavy breathing. With daily exercise and more nutritional foods, your cardiovascular system will begin to heal, and if you're paying attention, it doesn't take forever. When you finally finish that 60-minute workout without stopping, and your heart rate and breathing is at a normal high-intensity level, it's time to celebrate. Please subscribe and like and comment.